At the beginning of the story we are shown that some people think of a woman named Elizabeth Sparkle. Star in the making. Elizabeth is actually a. She is a very beautiful model who does a fitness show. People know Elizabeth so much. Prefer that coming near its star. I take selfies. But then, with time. At the same time, people's attention gets diverted from this star. It's gone and this star has shattered into pieces. It was clear that people's. Elizabeth Sparkle loses interest. Is leaving. The scene cuts and we. Elizabeth Sparkle is shown. Once upon a time in my youth, I was very. Elizabeth's was beautiful everywhere. There were discussions, but now she is old. And today is her 50th birthday. Elizabeth. She still hosts the same show. When Elizabeth was in the washroom after the shooting. When she started leaving, she came to know that the ladies' washroom. It's closed for some reason. So that's the male washroom. I went there where the producer of the show also came. And so Elizabeth secretly. She hides in the bathroom. Hear the producer. I was talking to someone on the phone and I. Need a new face for your show? Now. Elizabeth is no longer the same. Because of Elizabeth, their ratings are very high. They used to get high. Now their TRP is falling. Anyone want to see Elizabeth on our show? I don't want to see it. I can't stand it anymore. I can't. I need a young one as soon as possible. Need more beautiful models for my show. Elizabeth, hiding in the bathroom on the other hand. I was listening to everything and hearing this. Elizabeth becomes very depressed. She has to. The pride that I had on my beauty has been shattered today. He looked at himself carefully in the mirror. I kept looking at him. Where there was a lot on his face. All the wrinkles had set in. Producers. He feels very sad after hearing these things. But now he was also sad that now he. Being removed from the show. A little later. Elizabeth was found by the producer at a hotel. He calls in. Where the producer tells you to look. Elizabeth, you know that over time. People want something new. Which you. That thing that was there earlier is no longer there in you. So I also need to run my show. A different model will have to be brought in. Producer. Elizabeth was deeply affected by his words. He left the hotel and headed home. I started to leave. But while driving, the producer's words were playing on his mind. She was going on. After going a little further she saw that his big billboard is there. Even that was there, it is being torn down and removed. Seeing this, his attention gets diverted from the road and he had an accident with an oncoming vehicle. It happens. Luckily, it was unharmed in that accident. Life is saved and it doesn't even get a scratch. Comes. The doctor tells her that all reports are normal. But Elizabeth. Instead of being happy, she bursts into tears. Because now his career is going to be ruined. Before discharge, the doctor. Elizabeth's very beautiful male nurse. The doctor asks for a spinal check. After the departure of the male nurse Elizabeth. He checks his spine and says that you're a perfect candidate, and then he gives Elizabeth her clothes. While giving the gift, Elizabeth looked at the male nurse. Goes to the hand on which a strange kind of the black mark remained. Now as soon as when she came out of the hospital, she felt there's something in his pocket when he takes it out. When she takes it out, she finds that the male nurse found a note in his pocket. He left me. The message said, he left me. Changed my life, and with it a pen drive. There was also a sign that said the substance. As soon as she reached, Elizabeth put the pen drive. Played it on TV in which about an injection called substance. Information was being provided. This substance was a There was a magical injection, and this injection could. The old man gets a new second young man version. That is, this injection. By applying it, a new separate body is created from that person. The person comes out. Whatever it was their first. But he is a young and first-timer. It is very beautiful. But this. A week after using the injection, new. The body will remain active and a week old. Body. Another with this substance injection. Fluid was also going to be available, which was available in both versions. That is, the old body and the new body together. It keeps it together. But one thing is clear. It is said that they are one and the same. Both cannot escape from their true form. Elizabeth thought it was all a joke. He dismissed the substance drive as a lie. Threw it in the dustbin. Elizabeth then. To relieve your tension in one go. She goes there and sees a young couple. I start feeling jealous that so many people. I am not giving any attention to myself. After which he comes home angrily and breaks things. She starts throwing it here and there. When she looks in the mirror, she sees herself. She starts to count how old she is. She looks at her photo and thinks that there was a time when thousands of people followed Elijah. They were crazy. But now he doesn't like any movie or show. I'm not ready to take it either. Eliza now. In any case, he will regain his fame. So she wants to do it. Eliza decides to take the biggest step. That he creates a new version of himself. Eliza then retrieves the pen from the dustbin. Remove the drive and call the phone number on it. She calls and tells the company people that I need to order that substance. Second. Whoever was talking to this side. I don't talk much. I just talked to Elizabeth. Asked for her address and then he told Elizabeth. He gave me an address and hung up. The next morning. Elizabeth reads the newspaper where an ad was seen which was placed by his own company. Where Elizabeth worked. The ad read. What happened was that Elizabeth was fired from her job. He is gone and now a new person has replaced him in the company. He needs a model, seeing whom he will become even more. She became more sad. Then she saw that tomorrow. The parcel he had ordered last night arrived. When she opens the envelope. There was a card with a number written on it. Now. Elizabeth random on call last night. It reaches the specified address. It was a very secluded place where no one was. He was not. He moved forward and went towards the front. She goes to the shelter. Now she has to put it in a parcel. He got shelter through the card he had received. She opens the door and goes inside. Inside, he finds a plethora of lockers. He is the one with the number on his card. Opens the locker where a box is kept. He had come straight to his home with it. She goes. Upon reaching home, she immediately puts this box. When she opens it, she finds a lot of things inside. First, an activator, stabilizer. And get a switch kit and write this on paper. Full details of the procedure were given. You have to use it in a way that you all can also listen carefully. First, the activator must be used by the person using it. A new version of him will emerge from the body of. The first body will remain unconscious. This activator can be used only once. Secondly, that person should test himself every day. She needs to be stabilized. That means she's unconscious. From the spine of the other body too. Extracting the substance and injecting it into your body. This will have to be done so that the living body can function normally. Will be able to survive. And thirdly, they'll have to switch every week. The new body will remain active for a weekend. Week-old body and this part them. Don't skip it at all. Elizabeth also found something in the box. He also gets liquid food which makes him unconscious. It will have to be applied to the lying body so that the body, it will survive for 7 days. After that, Elizabeth goes to the washroom, where she looks at her body for a long time and thinks about it, whether he should do it or not. When she sees that her skin is sagging and wrinkles have appeared on his face. I couldn't see her growing old like this. So he puts the activator in his body. She injects it. Later she waits for the change in herself. But nothing happens to him. And so, Elizabeth thinks that maybe this is all. It was fake. But then after a while he felt it hurts so much and that pain is so much. It was more likely that she would fall down and she begins to suffer. Then we see that his eyes started to tear, his eyeballs. He starts doubling up. Then suddenly his back, it starts shaking, and then the next second, his waist started to tear from where a young man and a very beautiful girl came out. It was a new version of Elizabeth. A new young woman. The body that emerged from inside the previous body. When this new version of Elizabeth introduced herself, when she looked in the mirror, she was surprised to see that the medicine worked wonders. She's so beautiful. And she became young, something she never imagined. I had been able to see my beauty for a long time. Later, she is now the older version of Elizabeth. She sews the waist of the old body. She had torn it and come out. After that to keep your old body alive, she attaches the food bag to it. Later she takes a bath and freshens herself up. She notices that his nose is bleeding. She became very upset when she saw this. He remembered that he had an activator kit. Was also given, and he was told that activate a new body, i.e. a young body, every day. To keep the old body's backbone. Taking that substance out and putting it inside you. He needs to inject it. That's why he needs to go immediately. Substance from the backbone of the old body. Extracts it and injects it into itself and it. He was completely normal after the injection. She then gets ready and goes out. She comes out on the road where everyone present. He attracts people's attention towards himself. The beauty of this version is much better than before. Times more. After that, he went straight to that show. Goes to audition for a job where she is rejected. Was given. But now Eliza was in her old. Not in the same look but with a new look. There, Eliza reveals her name to be Sue. Everyone's eyes were opened by the beauty. That remain open, and the producer also. I selected Sue immediately after seeing him. Because Sue was so beautiful that no one could. I couldn't refuse. In the interview. After being selected, So remembers that he even has to change his body every week. For which she lies to the producer. My mom is sick and I have to go to the doctor every week. I have to go to the village to take care of my mom. Producer random. He agrees to Sue's conditions because he is Sue's. Did not want to lose it at any cost, and he knew that because of Sue's beauty. His show's ratings increased significantly. It is going to happen. Then what? In a few days Sue becomes very popular and she was enjoying her job a lot. People had gone crazy and people loved him just like that. Like a few years ago. People loved Elizabeth. I saw a big one right in front of his house. A poster of 100 rupees is put up on the billboard. In this way, 7 days are completed. That means now the old one will be valid for the next 7 days. The body will remain active. So here's the switch kit. As soon as their blood mixes with each other, she goes into the body of Dr. We move Eliza. And now Sue is in a state of unconsciousness. Goes in. After the body shift, Elizabeth attaches food to Sue's body. And then goes on her show where she used to work there before. The producer told her He steals all her belongings and a gift. And tells Eliza that you must now. Instead of modeling, she would sit at home and cook. Elizabeth was very upset to hear this. Eliza then returns home. And she sits at home all day watching TV. Well. Now the next day comes and Elizabeth. While reading the newspaper, I found an envelope in which. But it was written that his new kit had arrived. She then goes to get the kit and. She takes the kit and comes straight home. He had no work left, so he was completely. She spends the week watching TV. 7 days now. Become whole and turn into Eliza Sue. This means she is going to activate her new body. Now this new body has made the world. He wanted to enjoy all the fun. In such a situation, he would never go home. But it would never have happened. That's why he was afraid. She is afraid that her truth might be revealed. Sue decides she should leave. Elizabeth was taken out by breaking a wall of the house. She will hide the old body there. Sue. How much noise is there when you hit the wall with a hammer? His neighbor was turning red with anger. And when the neighbor was in the mood to scold Sue. When he came near him, he saw Sue and hugged her. I was breathless because Sue was so beautiful. Instead of scolding Sue, he tells her. I thought if I needed help, call me, I live nearby. She thanks him and closes the door. Then she came in and after much effort she creates a secret room inside which he hid Elizabeth's body and along with this, all the photos of Eliza are also included in this. She keeps Sue in her secret room. I was enjoying this new body and she enjoys herself a lot. She spends 7 days enjoying herself. He doesn't know how he passed away and she forgets that today is the day of shifting. Her old body, that is, Elizabeth's body. The food was also about to finish today. She even brings a friend home. When I was busy talking to a friend. Suddenly, his nose starts bleeding. Make your friend sit in the guest room and yourself. She goes to the bathroom. After reaching the bathroom, the nose starts bleeding more and there is severe pain all over the body. Now he understood that today the body. It's shift day. But now my body. How would she shift because on the other side his friend was waiting for him. So another day active instead of body shift. She decides to stay. For which removing the substance from Elizabeth's body. She injects it into her body, which causes. She recovers immediately and returns to her. She goes to her boyfriend who tells her. She suddenly became even more beautiful. Well, this is how the day goes by and. The next morning we see Eliza when she is looking at herself in the mirror. Then. Suddenly his eyes fall on his finger. It had decayed very badly. It looked like. It felt as if this finger was being touched by something very. Belongs to an old man and she understands that. All this Sue got extra from her body. He did it by removing the substance. Now he's upset. She calls the company and tells them this. She tells everything. The person on the phone says that. It has no session. If a body. If you use extra substance then its effect will be. It will be on the other body. Meaning Eliza's finger. Now it will remain like this and if in future also Sue. If he made such a mistake again, Eliza. Any part of the body can rot. Hearing this, Eliza became very frightened and at last. I was told by that phone person that you two are not. Rather, you are one and therefore live together in harmony. Then both of you can enjoy your lives. You can do it. Then the person would hang up. And Eliza starts cleaning the house. Then suddenly his eyes fell on Eliza's poster. Seeing Eliza Sue's young body. She feels jealous and turns off the TV. Eliza was bored sitting at home. So she goes to a restaurant where he saw an old man who was talking to Eliza. He started talking strangely. Then Eliza noted. She does exactly the same thing on her hand. The mark is like a nurse's hand in a hospital. But he had seen it. That is, this was the nurse's real face. Now the old man said to Eliza. That every time you switch you feel lonely. You will feel it and see your own version. You'll feel jealous. Eliza was scared. She starts leaving from there. Then the old man shouts and says, what are your new? The version has started eating you. Eliza escapes and goes home. Because Sue really started eating it. Which was clearly visible on his finger. On reaching home he met an old friend. Eliza calls her friend today. She asks me to go to dinner at night and Eliza's friend agrees to dinner. This friend of Eliza has liked Eliza since childhood. He does, but Eliza ignores him several times. Today, when someone asked Eliza, the one who is gone. Now he is with her. She wants to be in a relationship. In the evening, Eliza. She gets ready. She has a very cute dressed and exactly like Sue, that is, your. I've done the makeup like a new version. Pretty good. After getting ready, as soon as he went to his friend. Was about to leave the house to meet. Then he saw a sun in front of his house. Falls on the billboard. When she has. Compared with Sue, all her. My confidence plummeted to 0. That's why I was angry. She ruins all her makeup and canceling plans to meet your friend. She went and sat on the sofa. Then her friend. I started messaging her again and again. But now. Eliza didn't have the courage to reply. Due to depression, he started eating a lot of food. She falls asleep. The scene cuts and we move on to the next scene. Eliza sees Sue for 7 days. Switch your body after being active. Sue is doing her show. Wear the dance. While doing this, one of her body got a different kind of. The thing comes out. He quickly shoots. She leaves and goes to the washroom. By moving your hands to your nerves. Brings it in and then takes it out. Sue sees that it is a chicken. The leg piece is what Eliza ate at night. But then Sue's eyes opened. Actually, Sue. I was dreaming. In the morning when Sue came to the show. When she leaves, she sees that Eliza had. I had eaten a whole chicken last night. She would have understood. That's why I dream of chicken at night. Now Sue came to complain about Eliza. I call the company to ensure that I complete. I work weekend, Eliza just works day and night. She keeps tossing the food. But the other man. It says the same thing, that you both are the same. And you have to stick together. Later, Sue left for her show. But there. As soon as she went there, she was scared to see this because the show. The guys were packing up their shooting gear and. He told it that from now on this show will not be. It will do. ASU couldn't understand why all this. What is happening? That's why he got scared. When she went to the producer. I told him you don't work here anymore. You will rather be the best in our network. You will work in big shows because you're. Because of this our show's ratings are very high. Sue was overjoyed to hear this. Tears well up. But the producer says. That you need to train for this. Can be called at any time. Without notice. She agrees after some thought. Although this. The show was supposed to take place on the day she had to show her body. I had to switch to my old body. For a long time without caring about this thing. It remains in this new version and it. Elizabeth to activate her. Remove the stabilizer from the old body and install it on your. It keeps getting injected into the body, which has an effect. Elizabeth's old body was now. After a long time, when Sue switched himself off. If we do this, we can see its backbone. Due to the release of more serum than half of it. The body had grown old. Seeing this, Eliza. Sue becomes increasingly angry. Eliza quickly calls the company